Welcome in to News and Views with Tom Lamprecht. The stories you've heard and the ones you need to hear.
Everybody's talking about it.
Inflation is here.
Today, ending child poverty in America. This will be a monthly payment for your children, a tax cut.
State legislators from Texas decided to grab some beer and flee the state.
COVID-19.
The Delta variant poses a threat to Americans of all ages.
Being oppressed by communist regimes.
Stand with the Cuban people.
Your life, your values, your voice. This is News and Views with Tom Lamprecht on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
All right, welcome in. It is News and Views for a Thursday, a political trivia Thursday. We'll play in a little bit. I think it's going to go quick. Your category, First Ladies. We'll get to that in a little bit. Got a good prize package for you. A lot of fun. Congrats to another Greenville Little League team. I'm sorry if you live outside of Greenville, but you know we'll tip the hat to other leagues and other cities as they bring in the state championships. But hey, congratulations to the Greenville Little League Tar Heel 9-10-year-olds. They're now the state champions. They beat Myers Park in Wilson last night, 12-3. And this is the 27th time a Greenville Little League team has brought home a state championship. Of course, we had the earlier in the week, we had the Greenville North State 11U brought home a state championship. Tonight, if the 12-year-old Tar Heel team wins over Winston-Salem National down in Lake Norman, or down in the Charlotte area, I should say, will be at 28 state titles. By the way, for those of you who want to watch that game, you can watch it online at mptll.org. mptll.org. So congratulations to those teams. Way to go. Ted Budd, who was with us last week in studio, his campaign released their fundraising numbers, and pretty good. The U.S. Senate campaign, Congressman Ted Budd is touting an apparent jump to first place in the primary fundraising race. In a press release which came out yesterday evening, the Budd campaign said it had more than $1.7 million cash on hand. You might remember late last week, Pat McCrory came out with his numbers. He raised $1.2 million, which there are a couple of Democrats in the race. They both have about that same number. So Ted Budd is coming in first. Mark Walker has not released his numbers. You know, I was talking to some folks off air. I really like Mark Walker. I think he ought to consider running for Ted Budd's congressional seat, because I think he's got an uphill climb to win the Senate race. Now, it's possible. It's it's a long way away. You don't know what can happen between now and then. A slip up by someone, perhaps, but right now, Ted Budd looks like he and Pat McCrory are going to be in a two-man race for the Republican primary, and then, of course, then you get to the general election. Go woke, go broke. Major League Baseball is learning the hard way that catering to the far left isn't remotely helping their desperate attempts to resurrect what was once the Americans' proudest pastime, baseball. The Major League Baseball All-Star Game played Tuesday night, and I've got to admit, now I've been I've been so into Little League Baseball with my grandsons playing. I haven't been paying much attention to Major League Baseball, but I didn't even notice the fact that there was the All-Star Game going on Tuesday night until after the fact. It has tanked in the Nielsen ratings, delivering the second lowest official total in the sport's history. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the game narrowly avoided a third straight all-time audience low with 8.24 million viewers, about 100,000 more than the 2019 game of 8.14 million, except it actually could be the lowest viewership because according to THP, it also is worth noting that the Nielsen figures for Tuesday include out-of-home viewing and the 2019 numbers do not. So it is entirely possible that in terms of the number of eyes that were on the game via television was an all-time low. Writing for The Hill, Joe Concha argues that this year's All-Star game actually should have performed better than 2019, especially given one of the most compelling lineups in the year, one that included Los Angeles Angels Japanese sensation, who first played in an All-Star, first time Japanese players ever played in All-Star game history. Concha goes on to lament that the economic boost of the MLB's ill-conceived move, businesses in Cobb County, Georgia, which were already devastated as a result of the pandemic, lost at least $100 million collectively in tourism-induced business when the game was moved. Cobb County is a majority black community, while Denver is significantly white. But, hey, the progressives, they use racism to further their cause, but they don't really care about racial issues. By the way, speaking of sports and wokeism, the Black National Anthem is reportedly going to be played before every NFL game in 2021. Lift Every Voice and Sing was played. They've played it a few times. By the way, the hymn or the song, I guess it was originally put together as a hymn for black churches. Lift Every Voice and Sing. The words of it aren't that bad. I mean, it's there's nothing fundamentally wrong with the words. It's an appropriate hymn recognizing the struggles of black Americans from decades ago. But why this political agenda? Why do we have to introduce this political agenda? And where are we going to stop? I mean, what other anthems are you going to play? Are you going to play a transgender anthem when they come out with one? How about a Christian anthem? How about a Muslim anthem? But here's the bigger issue with this. Can we just get politics out of sports? Again, I was up at the Little League games at Winston-Salem. There's no politics there, and it was refreshing. And look, I'm a diehard political junkie conservative, and I'm sure there was people. I know there was people up there that some were laissez-faire, didn't care, didn't give a hoot, didn't want to talk about it. Others were very liberal. We had a great time together. It's one of the few events where you can get together and set aside your political differences and enjoy some things that you have in common. Could we please do that with sports? I mean, it's totally inappropriate to have some conservative anthem played or some liberal anthem played. And, that is the point. Again, there's nothing wrong with the song per se, but the point is e pluribus unum is not what they want. They want us to be separated. They don't want one. They want diversity. And I don't mean that, I understand we have a lot of diverse talents, backgrounds, ethnic qualities, all that. That's fine. But they want us separated. They want a diversity of separation. And sports is one of the last vestiges where we could actually be one, regardless of your political background, and enjoy each other's company and enjoy something in common. But no, not anymore. The woke MLB and the woke NFL, their numbers are going down the toilets, which says to me that these corporations underestimate the insight and really the high IQ, the high political IQ of Americans in general. Why are they not watching? Because they're sick of it. They're also sick of the arrogance of certain players in certain sports that are complaining. I'm going to keep it PG here. Complaining, and you can fill in the other words. Acting is if they're, under the iron boot of capitalism when they're making millions of dollars off of capitalism. It gets old, and people are sick of it. Daily Wire's reporting a student group at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill is demanding that the university create anti-racist alerts to inform students when white supremacists come to campus. How do you know? I mean, I said this the other day. Is the white supremacist going to wire ahead? Hey, I'm on my way to campus. Black Student Movement, a black student club, announced via Twitter anti-racist alerts that they had sent a list of demands to the chancellor. The group is demanding that the school send out anti-racist alerts as a part of the school's alert system because students should not have to sign up for a new service in order to hear when dangerous white supremacists are on campus. But it gets more bizarre. Examples of white supremacists. And these are white supremacists that this black student group is citing. When the UNC College Republicans brought in former Trump campaign manager Corey Lewandowski, did you know he was a white supremacist? Apparently so. According to these guys, they were. And when they brought in a pro-life group, they don't mention which pro-life group, but hey, they brought in a pro-life group, so that's a white supremacist, apparently. The demand from the black student movement to discourage free discourse on campus is a dangerous one and should not be adhered to, the UNC College Republican said in a comment to Young Americans Foundation. It is inappropriate and outrageous to say that Corey Lewandowski and President Trump are white supremacists, and UNC College Republicans denounced the premise. But this, this is nothing new. I mean, haven't liberals been playing the race card for decades and decades? They just ratcheted it up. I mean, it's old. It is old and nobody buys it. But when they go overboard and point to Corey Lewandowski and a pro-life group as being white supremacists, why are they racist? Because they don't agree with Marxist liberal ideology. That's all. But it continues. And they'll get a hearing. Liberals up there, you'll have all kinds of professors and who knows who in the administration that, we gotta make sure that doesn't happen. PJ Media, speaking of this, is reporting on what's taking place down in Cuba. Of course, you've seen how freedom fighters have taken to the streets demanding that the end of the country's communist dictatorship. Nicole Hannah-Jones, and she was the author of the 1619 Project, and she was also supposed to go to UNC Chapel Hill. She apparently had said in recent years, actually in recent months, that Cuba is a great example of a country that's fighting racism. Now, we played yesterday a clip from Jan Psaki, who, she just called it mismanagement. Apparently, they came back today and they said, well, maybe it's communism too, but it's the mismanagement of communism. But Nicole Hannah-Jones, was doing an interview with Vox's Ezra Klein. Klein asks, are there candidates right now, or even just places that you think have a viable, sufficiently ambitious integration agenda? And if so, what is it? He asked Hannah-Jones. She said, if you want to see the most equal multiracial democracy, well, it's not a democracy, she said, the most equal multiracial country in our hemisphere, it would be Cuba. She explicitly attributed the alleged racial equality to socialism, the very oppressive system which against the protesters are now protesting. So she is saying that, it's socialism is what makes it fair. And she might be right in that down in Cuba, it doesn't matter really what your race is. Everybody is oppressed. She goes on to say, Cuba has the least inequality between black and white people of any place really in the hemisphere. I mean the Caribbean, most of the Caribbean. It's hard to count because the white population in a lot of these countries is very, very small. They're countries run by black folks, but in places that are truly at least biracial countries, Cuba actually has the least inequality, and that's largely due to socialism, which I'm sure no one wants to hear, Hannah Jones argued. What's really interesting, there's other articles out today really countering this, that the interestingly, white Cubans have many more advantages than non-white Cubans. Much more lopsided than you would ever see in the United States. These remarks echoed Hannah Jones's 2008 article where she disputes the official narrative that Cuba is poor. Cuba, communist, Cuba violates human rights and represents dissent. Education is the cornerstone of the revolution, she wrote. She praised the communist country's education and healthcare systems, saying the latter in particular is a world model. Black Cubans especially, or remember when, wasn't it Fidel Castro that actually came into the United States for an operation? Why would you do that if you've got the world's best, if you're the world model for healthcare? Black Cubans especially are weary of outsiders wishing to overthrow the Castro regime. This is, again, back in 2008. They admit the revolution has been imperfect, but it also led to the end of codified racism and brought universal education and access to jobs to black Cubans, she argued. Without the revolution, they wondered, where would they be? Well, where are they right now? They're in the streets fighting for freedom. Some have been arrested for speaking their minds. After all, unauthorized public gatherings are illegal in Cuba. Funny how communism works that way, isn't it? And listen, the pictures that have gotten out of Cuba, this is not just a, in fact, it is, you talk about integration. The protesters there protesting against the regime come from every background, every stripe, every nationality, every ethnic group. But here's the thing. Hannah Jones, and again, the whole Black Lives Matter, the whole Marxist movement, the whole critical race theory, it is all about pro-Marxist. The race issue is just they just use that as an excuse to divide people. It's just that simple. Hey, we've got to take a time out. When we come back, Jen Psaki had another press briefing today, and what the White House came out with ought to alarm everyone. This is an unbelievable statement that she made. I think she thought she was just going to get away with this because she's so worried about the health of Americans. But what she said, we'll play that audio when we get back. You want to hear this. Stay with us. We'll be back in just.
And we're on location at one of my favorite places in the whole planet because this is some of the best food you're ever going to eat in your life. We are at Ninos on Red Banks Road in Greenville. It's one of my hangouts. It's one of the places that I love. I got my friend Pietro Pasalacqua. How'd I do?
You did great.
Let's talk about the food. What makes this place? I know it's special Italian from authentic Italians, but tell us why it's so special.
Because everything we do, it's really what we came up on the menu from what we did at home, from my grandparents, my parents. So it's exactly what we eat at home, and that's the way we cook. That's why it's special.
And the atmosphere in this place is special also. From the bar to the two dining areas. You got two different dining areas, and now the weather's nice, so there's going to be a lot of folks that want to eat outside.
Yeah, we have two rooms. One room is designed a little different. We're also working on the patio to make it more attractive and more useful in the summer with a cocktail service. And we're always improving our services.
And, of course, my friends here, my buddy, Chef Massimo, who I love, and Sal and Pietro, you guys do a great job here. Not just Italian, but I had a great pork chop here the other night. You got great steaks, too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we're also adding filet mignon in the future on our menu. And Massimo is coming out with a really good side dishes for it. And so we're really excited to come out with new meats and fish dishes.
All right, Ninos on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Same people that give you Maribella's and the great pizza that you get at Maribella's, but this is fine dining at Ninos. If you haven't been here, you don't know what you're missing. Come see them at Ninos on Red Banks Road. And Pietro, what is that famous saying about Ninos?
The food that you enjoy with people that you love.
Top Dog Academy is Eastern North Carolina's complete dog training facility. Top Dog provides an excellent environment for dogs of all ages with training services and work week daycare. Top Dog is located on Highway 43 South, just 4 miles from Bells Fork, and features a comfortable, healthy environment and a spacious facility for daycare and a brand new, beautiful facility for training. Call 752-8215 or visit topdogonline.com.
Come on out Highway 43 South to Top Dog Academy, where we know dogs.
Living easy is the sound of children laughing as you make memories with neighbors and friends. It's the sound of nothing at all. It's the smell of the salt air. Hear the waters against the marsh grass. See the beauty of our coast.
From the governor on down to the city council, we've got your updates on all things COVID and more.
For the latest on the outbreak
on Talk 96.3 and 103.7. Now, back to news and views.
Welcome back in. Taking a look at your weather forecast tonight. Mostly clear, a low around 75. A chance of showers on Friday in the afternoon, about a 40% chance, high near 92. Friday night, again, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly cloudy with a low around 75. And again, pretty much the same forecast for Saturday and Sunday. Weather brought to you by our friends at the Ironwood Golf and Country Club, voted best golf course in Greenville 2 years in a row. Ironwood Golf and Country Club boasts an 18-hole Lee Trevino design course, full-service dining and outdoor pool, tennis, and more. Our newly renovated 15,000-square-foot clubhouse is the perfect place to make new traditions with your family. For a limited time, join Ironwood, pay zero initiation fees. Give them a call, 252-752-4653. Find out what makes Ironwood the best of Greenville, 252-752-4653. Be a part of the best, Ironwood Golf and Country Club. Talking about what's going on down in Cuba, BLM and CRT. And we've been saying these are Marxist organizations. And now BLM is proudly praising Cuba and condemning the United States as, again, protesters in Cuba are being arrested and even executed. Marxist organization Black Lives Matter released a statement yesterday attacking the United States, upholding Cuba's communist government, and praising fugitive cop killer Assata Shakur. Black Lives Matter condemns the United States federal government's inhumane treatment of Cubans, and it urges it to immediately lift the economic embargo, the cruel and humane policy instituted with the explicit intention of destabilizing the country and undermining Cubans' right to choose their own government. Oh, yeah. Cubans chose the Castro regime. Wow. Listen, we've been saying, and many other people have been saying, and, you research Black Lives Matter and CRT, it comes from a Marxist ideology. Well, does this not just prove the point? When you've got BLM coming out and praising the communist Cuban government and saying the United States shouldn't interfere, let the people of Cuba embrace and pick their own government. Wow. A recent study, and again, remember what I just read about Hannah Jones saying that how there's no racism in Cuba. A recent study looking at inequality in Cuba revealed a segregated society. 70% of black and mixed-race Cubans said they didn't have access to the internet, compared with 25% of white Cubans. The racial wealth gap is also vast. While 50% of white Cubans had a banking account, only 11% of black Cubans said they had one. Meanwhile, Cuba's communists are breaking into homes, hauling off dissidents into prison, and in some cases, there's stories of executions taking place as people are protesting. They're willing to lay down their lives because they're sick of socialism. And yet BLM comes out and praises communist Cuba. Nicole Hannah-Jones comes out and praised communist Cuba. and talks about how there's no racism there. 70% of black and mixed-race Cubans said they don't even have internet. 25% of white Cubans do. Wealth gap also. Worse than you could ever imagine. But, hey, again, it's a Marxist organization, and this ought to be Exhibit A. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said earlier today that the Biden administration is identifying problematic posts for Facebook to censor because they contain misinformation about COVID-19.
In terms of actions, Alex, that we have taken, or we're working to take, I should say, from the federal government, we've increased disinformation research and tracking within the Surgeon General's office. We're flagging problematic posts for Facebook that spread disinformation. We're working with doctors and medical professionals to connect to connected medical experts who are popular with their audiences with accurate information and boost trusted content. So we're helping get trusted content out there. We also created the COVID Community Corps to get factual information into the hands of local messengers. And we're also investing, as you all have seen, in the president's, the vice president's, and Dr. Fauci's time in meeting with influencers who also have large reaches to a lot of these target audiences who can spread and share accurate information.
Okay, let me cut through the crap. They basically, Jen Psaki and the Biden administration is saying, we will decide what you're allowed to hear. We will, through the big tech companies, and the big tech companies are already carrying the water for the progressives anyway. But now Jen Psaki comes out and admits that we're going to be the ones that decide what you can hear. We're going to be the ones to decide what you can post. I mean, these are platforms. These are supposed to be platforms that people put material on. And the big tech is not supposed to be editing, not supposed to be censoring. She not only admits that the big tech censors, but now she's coming in and saying, we're going to help them. And look, if you ever have been wondering why progressives won't give up on milking COVID as much as possible, even though I've got a story here just about how the COVID is not an issue anymore. And yet, why do we still have to wear masks? Why are there still places where they want to lock down? Why is Fauci insisting if you're a child and you're not vaccinated, you have to wear a mask? Well, first of all, the children shouldn't be vaccinated. I mean, it's dangerous. But so they have to wear a mask. Why do they keep milking them? Why do they want to make this as long? Why do they want to keep the suffering going? Because they need a narrative. Just what Jen Psaki said, just what the Murthy said, who is the Surgeon General, Vivek Murthy, calling on companies to purge more pandemic posts. So if you don't agree with the Anthony Fauci's of the world, the Biden administration is going to censor you. This is why they want to have this crisis. They want to control you. They want to control elections. They want to control what you can hear. They can control what you post. They want to control the economy. I mean, stop and think about how the election last year was affected by, quote, the COVID pandemic. How we're giving out trillions of dollars now. Why? Because of the COVID pandemic. And now they are going to come in and censor what you can hear and what you can say because of the COVID pandemic. I mean, this is unbelievable that this is taking place in the United States of America. The Biden administration will be the arbiters of truth. They will decide what you can say. They will decide what is going to be put forth. Can you imagine if Donald Trump would have said something like this? Oh, my gosh. By the way, it won't be long before liberals, and you've heard some people say it already, before they want to come in and say, well, we need to shut down conservative talk radio. That'll be next. But they're doing all this and we want to save your life. Don't you know you're going to die? Oh, we want to save the children's life. Oh, it's all about the children. This is unbelievable. And again, the media platforms are supposed to be platforms where you can post anything. I mean, that's why they can't be sued, because they're supposed to be unbiased platforms. I mean, basically, you ought to look at big tech platforms as like going and buying a pen and paper at the Office Depot, and you can write whatever you want to write. That's basically why they're exempt from being sued, because they're supposed to be a platform. Well, they've been censoring. They've been deciding what you can hear. And my gosh, consider this. Consider the fact that Anthony Fauci can't make up his mind in terms of what is right and what is wrong. No mask, yes a mask. No travel to China, yes travel to China. 1 mask, 2 masks, 3 masks, no masks. Randy Weingarten, who is the president of the largest teachers union, she looked at Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis, I mean, Florida is a prime example of how to do it correctly. And DeSantis has come out and more opened things up. I think among other things, they said kids are going to back to school without masks. Randy Weingarten, head of the largest teachers union in the United States, came out and said, oh, millions will die. Oops. Came out today. Well, maybe not millions. So she can make an overstatement like that. But who is going to decide? Is Anthony Fauci? Are they going to put him in charge of what you can say on social media and what you can't say? Jen Psaki, is she going to decide? Is Surgeon General Vivek Murthy, who wants big tech to censor anything that he disagrees with, which is going to be anything that progressives disagree with. And look, this is the camel's nose in the tent. And you saw it in the elections. I mean, the corruption in last year's election under the umbrella of, we're doing this for COVID protection. And then what they do next? They come out with H.R. 1. Let's codify what we did under the guise of our COVID election. Let's make it permanent. And if they begin to censor, if you have the Biden administration get away with this and begin to say what you can put up and what you can't put up, because we're trying to protect your life, it won't stop there. Progressives never stop. By the way, speaking of that, Anthony Fauci asserted that unvaccinated children over the ages of 2 ought to be wearing masks. Martin Kulldorff, who is a Harvard Medical School professor, Harvard, hardly a conservative bastion, come out and said there's no scientific evidence that masking children is effective. Even if effective, children have a low disease risk, minuscule mortality risk. They do not transmit. Exactly what I said yesterday. Glad a Harvard School medical professor agrees with me. For the rare transmission, adults should get vaccinated, not demanding masks on children. Children, Town Hall goes on to say, children are extremely slim risk of dying of COVID-19. Some 99.995% of the 469,982 children in England who were infected during the year examined by researchers survived. 99.995. In fact, there were fewer deaths among children due to the virus than initially suspected. Among the 61 child deaths linked to a positive COVID-19 test, only 25 were actually died of the illness of COVID. So in other words, you had the other balance of those children who died. They tested positive, but they didn't die of COVID. There is another revelation. In May, the COVID hospitalizations among children in the United States were dramatically overcounted. Oh, that's a shock. But they'll decide what you can, if you tried to put this on Facebook, Jen Psaki would censor it. In short, we already knew that children are overwhelmingly safe from this awful virus, and the prevalence of the tiny, tragic aberrations has actually been overblown, says Town Hall. They go on to say, over the course of the pandemic, 49,000 Americans under the age of 18 have died of all causes, according to the CDC. Only 331 of those deaths have been from COVID. Less than half as many died of pneumonia. In 2019, more than 2,000 American kids and teenagers died in car crashes each year, according to some estimates. About 1,000 die from drowning, according to one much-cited paper. The infection fatality rate of those ages 5 to 9 is less than 0.001%. Among 900,000 in-school pupils learning in North Carolina last fall, this is out of a recent report out of Nature. Among 900,000 in-school pupils learning in North Carolina last fall, researchers would have expected, based on local transmission rates, about 900 cases of COVID. Turns out there were 23. In another study, among 20,000 Nebraska students attending school all year there, total cases, 2. I mean, what do we constantly hear about? Follow the science, follow the data. Please, would you follow the science and follow the data? Unbelievable. Hey, let's play a little political trivia, shall we? 561-8255 or 866-963-1037. 561-8255. Your category, First Ladies. Got a great prize package. I think it's going to go quick. Give us a call. We'll play political trivia when we get back.
Break the chain. Eat local. Tiebreakers.
Hey, this is Hank Hinton back here at Full Service Flooring in Winterville. I'm here today with Corey Little, who's the operations manager here at Full Service Flooring. Corey's been here 6 months, but you've been in construction a long time. Tell us about what you do here at Full Service Flooring.
Yeah, I got over here about 6 months ago. I've been in construction for, like I said, a little over 20 years, and I've known Tim for a long time now, and he's brought me over here to see what new kind of things I can bring to the store and to our customers. And I'm in charge of scheduling, and I don't know what else. I'm in charge of everything. It seems like we work together as a team and try to pull it all together. I might do a measure one day and do a commercial floor the next day, but we just kind of all work together and pull it all together at one time.
So what's new in flooring? What is the hot new thing?
The hot new thing is LVP or LVT, depending on what you're looking for, which look you're looking for. It's a waterproof product. It's absolutely fantastic. You can't really beat it.
A lot cheaper than hardwoods?
It is definitely a cost-effective alternative to hardwoods, yes, sir.
So, Corey, how is business right now?
And business is good. Despite the pandemic, we're still seeing a lot of new customers in the store, and we get an opportunity to introduce our products in a lot of different situations right now.
Corey, you've got a lot of experience in the construction industry. How is that helping you here with people, helping people with flooring here at Full Service Flooring?
Sure. I try to take the experiences that I've gained over my time in construction to help apply that to the flooring, whether it be with what the structure is made out of, the subfloor that we're going over top of, or maybe even just how it coordinates with your kitchen cabinets in construction or in your bathroom and how the tub and everything all ties together.
And a customer can just come here and see you anytime?
Absolutely. We're here 6 days a week, and we just love to see a new customer in here anytime. They can always call us and schedule something with us so we can make sure we have our time allotted for them.
Corey, thank you so much. That's Corey Little here at Full Service Flooring. Come see these guys. They're on Tilco Drive in Winterville, 756-9308 and fullserviceflooring.com.
In North Carolina, we get up before the sun rises and stay up into the wee hours of the night. We believe in working hard and playing harder. Behind every meal, there's a farmer, and behind every farmer, there's Got to Be NC, the official state identity program for North Carolina agricultural products. Look for the Got to Be NC logo wherever you shop or eat, and you'll know you're getting a quality product grown, raised, caught, or made.
All right, welcome back in. Time for a little political trivia. 561-8255. Got a couple lines open. Give us a call. We've got the category of First Ladies. Your prize package includes a free oil change for your car or pickup at Dave Davis's East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep or at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Also, a gift certificate from Fit for Life 24, including 2 free training sessions with a fitness coach, a $20 gift card to the Pirates Cove Car Wash, proud partner of the ECU Courtesy Car Program, a gift for a free round of golf with cart at the Ironwood Country Club, a $20 gift card to Mucho Bueno for lunch or dinner. Mucho Bueno, real Mexican street food located in front of the Westbrook Shopping Center, US 70 West in Havelock. A $20 gift card to Gwendy's Goodies Bakery in Ayden, delicious baked-from-scratch goodies. And also a gift card to University PC Care. Remember, if anyone in your immediate family has won recently, let 60 days pass before you play again. First up, from down in Hyde County, we have Sarah on the line. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, how are you today?
I'm doing well. You ready to play?
Well, perhaps. We'll see.
Okay.
See what the question is.
Here we go. Well, your category is First Ladies, all right? Here's your question.
All right.
Three First Ladies, Letitia Tyler, the wife of John Tyler, Caroline Harrison, the wife of Benjamin Harrison, and Ellen Wilson, the wife of Woodrow Wilson. Those three hold a unique distinction that no other First Ladies can lay claim to. What is that distinction?
Married while the presidents were in office?
That is a great guess. That's not it, though. That is a great guess. Thanks for playing, Sarah. Give us a call back. Let's go to Stephen. Hey, Stephen.
Hello.
Did you hear the question?
Could you repeat it, please?
I'd be happy to. Three First Ladies, Letitia Tyler, the wife of John Tyler, Caroline Harrison, wife of Benjamin Harrison, and Ellen Wilson, the wife of Woodrow Wilson. Each of them hold a unique distinction that no other First Ladies can lay claim to. What is that distinction?
Wow.
And Sarah guessed that they were all married in the White House. They got married in the White House. That is not it.
Okay.
What do you think? We lost Stephen. Let's go to Paula. Hey, Paula.
Hello?
Hey, Paula. Did you hear the question?
Hey. Yes, I heard the question.
All right. What do you think? What is the distinction that these three First Ladies hold?
Did they all have the same middle name?
That's not it.
Okay.
That's a great guess. Not it. 561-8255. Give us a call. Let's go to Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy, you with us?
Yeah, Tom.
Hey. Time for a hint? What do you think?
Yeah, I think they served as de facto presidents while their husbands were incapacitated.
That's another great guess. That's not it, though. That is not the distinction that they hold. Good guess. Thanks, Jimmy. 561-8255. Okay, it's time for a hint, I think. So our next caller, 561-8255, you're going to get a hint. Again, three First Ladies, Letitia Tyler, wife of John Tyler, Caroline Harrison, wife of Benjamin Harrison, and Ellen Wilson, wife of Woodrow Wilson. They hold a unique distinction that no other First Ladies can lay claim to. What is that distinction? 561-8255. Let's go to Jessica. Hey, Jessica.
Hi.
Time for a hint.
Okay.
Interestingly, this distinction most likely made the job for their husbands much more difficult.
Oh, geez, that just blows my guess away. They were handicapped.
That is not it. Another good guess, but that is not it. 561-8255. That opens up another line. 561-8255. Let's go to Mary. Hi, Mary. Boy, I got a lot of female callers today. Hey, Mary.
Hi.
Are you ready for another hint?
Yes.
Okay. You've heard the question. First hint,
yes.
Interestingly, this distinction most likely made the job for their husbands much more difficult. As Letitia Tyler was a mother of 8, this distinction really made things challenging for John Tyler.
Oh, man, that just threw me way off. I'm going to guess that they were very domineering women.
That is not it. Yeah, that would have made things more difficult for their husbands, but that is not it. 561-8255. Give us a call back. Try it again. 561-8255. First ladies. I thought it would go a lot quicker than this. 561-8255. Let's go to Mitch. Hey, Mitch.
Hello, Tom. How are you?
Doing well. Do we need another hint, or do you think you got it?
I think I might have it.
All right. What do you think?
I think they died while their husbands were in office.
That is it. Those three first ladies died while their husbands were in office. They were the three first ladies that died in the White House. Mitch, where are you calling from?
I'm in Greenville.
All right. Well, hang on. Congratulations. You got it. The three first ladies died in the White House. Letitia Tyler died on September 10th, 1842. Following a stroke, Caroline Harrison, wife of Benjamin Harrison, died of tuberculosis on October 25th, 1892. And on August 6, 1914, Ellen Wilson, wife of Woodrow Wilson, passed away after battling Bright's disease. And by the way, John Tyler did not miss a beat. He got married again in less than a year to Julia Gardner and had 7 more children for a total of 15 kids. Mitch, hang on the line. We're going to get your information. We'll get you those prizes out to you. Thanks, everybody who played. Stay with us. I'll be right back.
Got a trade? Now's the time at Greenville Toyota. Never in history has your trade been worth more. Get paid today. Then get a new Toyota hot off the delivery truck. Hurry before they're gone. Like Camrys, $189 a month. Rush to Greenville Toyota.
Anything could happen ever since I met you.
Introducing Pepsi Mango.
Air Service is back at Pitt Greenville Airport, offering safe, clean facilities and flights from American Airlines. That means the short commute, quicker lines, and better prices that get you where you're going fast and easy. See it for yourself. There's great things inside at Pitt Greenville Airport.
Sawyers Fun Park in Winterville is now open. With over 40,000 square feet of family fun, daily money-saving deals, and a full-service restaurant, Sawyers Fun Park is guaranteed to have something the whole family will love. Test your ninja skills on our 2-story obstacle course or head over to one of our 5 rock walls and race your friends to the top. And when you've worked up an appetite in our laser tag arena or our one-of-a-kind ropes course, grab a table over at the restaurant and try our world-famous Southern Monster Fries. Reserve your spot today at SawyersFunPark.com and come join in on the fun.
My name is Dr. Neeti Armistead, Chief Medical Officer for Vidant Health. The following simple steps will help keep you and your community safe. Stay home as much as possible, wear a mask when out in public, avoid large gatherings, practice social distancing, and wash hands often. It's also important not to delay needed care. Vidant has taken important steps to provide you and your family with a safe environment. Learn more about COVID-19 and Vidant's response. Call 252-847-8000 or visit vidanthealth.com/COVID-19.
Acre Station Meat Farm, along with Lane Angus Beef, bring you Farm to Fork Beef.
Stock your freezers now with affordable beef boxes, just in time for the grilling season.
Farm to Fork Beef brings quality local beef to your family. From your traditional butcher shop, Acre Station Meat Farm. Come on down to Acre Station Meat Farm and find out why we're #1 in fresh cuts and friendly service.
Acre Station Meat Farm, Highway 32 North, Pinetown.
This one's for everyone who spends the amount of time it would take to watch a movie, agreeing on which movie to watch. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Air Service is back at Pitt Greenville Airport, offering safe, clean facilities and flights from American Airlines. That means the short commute, quicker lines, and better prices that get you where you're going fast and easy. See it for yourself. There's great things inside at Pitt Greenville Airport.
Toyota shoppers, now's the time at Greenville Toyota. Shipments of factory fresh Toyotas are arriving daily.
This is your Drive at 5 and ENC with Tom Lamprecht. Welcome back to News and Views on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
Congratulations to Mitch Landon of Greenville. He got it. Those first 3 ladies, Letitia Tyler, Caroline Harrison, and Ellen Wilson, all died in the White House while their husbands were president. Not exactly a distinction you would want. I don't think any of the other first ladies were too jealous of them. Squad member Representative Anna Ayanna Presley, I'll get it out, from Massachusetts, one of the squad members. Her campaign has donated over $1,000 to a bail fund group that supports defunding and abolishing the police, according to the latest filing with the Federal Elections Commission. Presley, who reiterated her support for defunding the police last month, made the charitable donation of over $1,200 to the National Bailout, a bail group that supports defunding and abolishing police. We celebrate, this is from the group, we celebrate and honor blackness always. And as black folks continue to mobilize alongside comrades, interesting word, something that communists like, comrades and co-conspirators to demand a defunding of police and respect for the sanctity of our lives, we are still grieving and mourning the loss of black life, the group tweeted in 2020. You want to grieve the life of black lives, and you want to help make sure that black lives are safe. Hey, listen, go into any black neighborhood and ask them. And we've had all kinds of stories on this. Ask them. Ask the people living in black neighborhoods. For that, go anywhere and ask any black man or woman who's a citizen of the United States. Do you think we should defund the police? Do you think we should get rid of the police? Overwhelmingly, they would say, absolutely not. I want to be safe. I want the police. Black, white, green, red. We all want protection. The idea that defunding the police is going to save black lives? Wow. Go get your head examined. Congratulations, Mitch Landon, political trivia winner, and we will do it all again tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I'll see you then. Bye.
In North Carolina, we get up before the sun rises and stay up into the wee hours of the night. We believe in working hard and playing harder. Behind every meal, there's a farmer, and behind every farmer, there's got to be NC, the official state identity program for North Carolina agricultural products. Look for the Got to Be NC logo wherever you shop or eat, and you'll know you're getting a quality product grown, raised, caught, or made in North Carolina.
We're on location at Fabric and Home Furnishings, and I'm back with my friend Lisa Pendry. And Lisa's been telling me about all the great renovations that have been going on here in the store, and I've been looking around, and it looks fantastic. Tell us what you've done here.
Well, we've knocked some walls down, we've painted, we've added some new vendors, lots of new exciting things going on. So we're making room for everybody to get what they need to transform their homes.
Looks fantastic in here. Last time we talked, you were saying that you were able to deliver a lot faster than most other furniture stores. Is that still the case?
It is. It's changed a little bit, but we're still looking at around 8 to 10 week delivery, and we do sell our floor samples right off the floor.
All right, we always say that Fabric and Home Furnishings is more than just a fabric store, so tell us what the more is all about. What when people come in, what should they expect?
Well, we love to get to know our customers. I have the best crew I've ever had, and everybody on my team is an interior designer. So we offer in-home design service, which we always have, but now they can each come out to your home after they work with you in here, figure out what's going on in your residence or your commercial property to pull it together and help you make everything beautiful.
You got great folks here.
I do.
I can tell you, I haven't gotten to know them. It's like a family when you come in here, and everybody gets along well, and you can tell that these guys and gals really know what they're talking about when it comes to interior design.
They do, and that's really what makes us different. We offer complete in-home design service. We don't charge a by-the-hour fee. It's a flat one-time fee. We work with you in here, in your home, in your business, and help pull everything together.
All right, it's more than just a fabric store. Fabric and Home Furnishings in Arlington Village. Come see this lady. She's fantastic. Fabric and Home Furnishings. Come see the renovations here in Arlington Village. And thank you for the visit today.
Thank you, Henry.
All right, you got to come see what they've done in the store here on Arlington Boulevard in Arlington Village.